Welcome back, everyone, to the Complete Pineleaf. Last time we ran into a little bit of a mystery with a pair of local dwarves, and it is time for us to investigate it further. How has Nar come to know of the potential road? That Elrond advised his sons to remember the paths of the dead, for we may have need to walk them, was known to but a few, and all of them trustworthy. Something is not right about this. It will not be long before we must set out again. But in this time before we do, we must learn what we can about Nar's recent activities. There may be some clue in them to reveal the source of his knowledge concerning our errand. Speak with Frithgair about Nar. He proved helpful in returning his friend to clarity, short lived though it was, and may help us again. All right, I will see what I can do. Frithgair. Frithgair. We'll see what happens. Uh, Hello there. Yes. Fitzgear listens to your Crown of Coroner's request about how Nars reaches activities. His brow creases in thought and is silent for a moment. When he speaks again, his words come slowly, as if he's unsure they will be of any help. A few days before Wadu the Dunlending came to Zudrugund, I noticed Nar spending a great deal of time looking through some of the bookshelves for something. I thought it odd because he generally takes little interest in the books and records here, but he did not speak of it, and I did not ask him what drove his examination. I can tell you which section the shelf it was, but there are a lot of books to go through. I do not know if that will be of any assistance, but you are welcome to seek the common thread of if you may be of any help to you and your friends. Look at the shelves to the southeast of here, around the illuminated statue. All right. I will check a couple of shelves and see if they provide us with any useful information. There you go. Here you go. Right. Ah, yeah. Here they are. Here. Let's take a random book from here. Like, you see how many books are here? What are the odds that I would find a book in this particular shelf that would be just perfect for what we want to do? Now, let's assume that Nar doesn't have a ladder or anything like that, so that's unlikely he grabbed anything from the first two shelves. He might reach the third shelf, certainly a lot more than I could. I can easily reach the first two. Hmm. Well, here's some torn pages which seem to have undergone a great deal of use over the years. The words are very large, and every page has an illustration drawn in a fanciful style. Kari was a little dwarf, smaller than you or me, and wherever Kari went, he took his axe, or three. One axe was for his left hand, one axe was for his right, one axe was to carve the roast he ate most every night. Now one day the orcs did call. They came right out to the gate. "Come on out," they said. "We'll have a feast. Don't be late." The dwarves knew what that meant. They knew it very well. If they went out to see the orcs, they'd not hear the dinner bell. Do you know what Kari said? He said it loud and clear. "I will go out to see the orcs and give them things to fear." "But you're so little," said the dwarfs. They told him not to go. But Kari went. He would not stop till he faced the orcs below. The orcs laughed. "What can you do? Just hold still, we'll get the skewers." They turned their backs, and that was that. So he called them Kari or Cure. Yeah. Apparently he was a small dwarf, but he knew how to use his axes. All right. Let's try this one and see if we can find anything of use on here. Hmm? I found a parchment, yellowed and old, tucked away between the covers of a thin book that has been apparently forgotten. Hail Thrain, King under the mountain. Preparations for leaving the Coombe are well under way, and it will not be long before our people are ready to depart for the Blue Mountains. The great wheels in the depths will turn without them. I wonder for how long. I am writing this letter to express my concern about Nar. You know as well as anyone the things he has seen, and his service to your father cannot be questioned. He deserves much better than he has gotten. He seems not even to see me these days, though I must endure the retelling of my own exploits 2, 4, or a dozen times in the past. It makes me sad to think of it now, and his excitement in each recounting the previous one forgotten saddens me more. This is why I must ask for your permission to remain when the others go. Nar will not go to the Blue Mountains, and I wish to stay here to look out for him. My son, too, wishes to stay. He is young, and he knows nothing of our real home. This to him is no exile, but the Blue Mountains would be. I do not want to deprive of Frithgeir of his only home he has known. I will do whatever you command, of course, but this is my desire, if it is to be your wish, to grant it. Hirvin Drakeslayer. So Hirvin then, Drakeslayer, this then is the Hirvin we spoke of in the last episode. I keep on forgetting this name and forget that there is a Hirvin Drakeslayer. And the fact that he is called Drakeslayer means that even though I can't remember the exact names for the previous episode, I'm pretty sure this is the person they were talking about. And of course, this also tells us about a little bit about Nar's back. Okay, it doesn't say about the Gates of Moria and all that stuff where Thor was killed and Nar witnessed it, and then the ensuing war after that and all that mess. But it does say then why Nar is here and why Frithgeir is here. So it answers one of our questions, but of course it doesn't answer the primary question. And of course we have this third one. Now I can see Nora reading that nursery rhyme in any case because, well, that sounds like something Nora would do. A slim book, Herbs and Plant Life of the Coombe, is resting in several others as if it has been recently removed and carelessly returned to the shelf. Of course, this book, we know why this one's been recently used, and when you hear it. It is my hope that these musings on the great variety of plant life found within the coombe will be of help to those who, by want or need, find themselves uncertain of an herb's utility or a vegetable's properties. It is clear that such knowledge is fading in my people. Thor has commanded the opening of a new wing of the minds beneath Zudrugund, but my own studies have been, of a necessity, self-directed. I do not complain. The gems they have taken from the old wing stir my heart as they do as of my fellows. But there is as much to be learned from the green as there is from the stone. But I ramble, as I often do when called upon to defend my interest. The following pages reveal several notes on various plants that grow within the slopes of Thor's Coombe. One of the pages has been turned sideways and earmarked and catches my eye. The next herb is easily found throughout the coombe. Simply follow your nose, and on a day of calm weather, its sweet smell will guide you most easily to a patch of huluharas growing in the grassy slopes. The name, in fact, means sweet water, and the Dunlendings with whom I have spoken believe the smell to drive away evil beings. When the herb is crushed and added to water containing the petals of Nijam Maju and the fruit of the Kibeluz, steeping the solution for an hour produces a strange smelling brew that I have noted for the ability to provide clarity of thought and heightened reasoning. It does seem that the effectiveness dulls with repeated use, and the brew would therefore not be overused. So this explains A, how Frithgeir knew about this particular brew. B, how long it took him, but he did say it would take a while. It looks like it's an hour's how long it takes once he puts it in there. And C, it also explains why it looks like it was reused recently, of course, because we needed it for that. And of course, why he uses it sparingly. He's reluctant to use it because each use lasts less time. Yes, and I need clarity of thought to not summon flax when I'm in the middle of a reading quest. Ah, hi Nar. I was wondering, reading any good books lately? Uh, Gemstones. Well, I don't have any gemstones, but all right. Apparently, this conversation is about going the way I expected. Yeah. Where strayed the rest of the people who lived here? I got an answer for that. They did, in fact, based on one of the books I just read, go to Eredluine, probably Thorn's Hall over there, and it looks like some have since moved to Erebor based on other things I've heard recently on the matter. So therefore, they went to Eredluine, and I've met them. But as for what else is going on here, who knows? Yes, it's worth trying, though it did not bear fruit. You should go to Condight at the campsite of the Grey Company in the grove of trees east of the Ukluth village of Lanuch, and tell him that you are no closer to learning why Nar spoke of the paths of the dead. Condight is a master of lore and may have thoughts of something. All right, I will do that, though I think I need to speak with Groner on my way there. Hello there, your leg feeling any better? I've managed to scout those locations for you. It's good to hear that the Gualdraig is indeed the main encampment for the most of the Valdrugluth. Perhaps when more hunters emerge from my clan, the Ukluth, we can mount an attack upon these Duhirun. Thank you for your assistance to Voniad. And also in the next, I silence some sentries. The defeat of the sentries marks the beginning of the end for those foul Durahun. I appreciate your assistance, for it shows that there are Devoniad who will fight for my people. All right then. What's he needing to do now? Oh, my goodness gracious. But you're going to tell me stuff anyway. Within the village of the Gualdraig, there must be some who have set his people to the course of action. It is my hope that by defeating the Benin of the Dragluth, these folk will no longer harass the Ukluth. Before his disappearance, my chief scout discovered Helwin Brenin and his guards standing near a large bonfire in the center of their encampment. Seek out Helwin Brenin and his men and dispatch them, and then return to me. Apparently, I missed those guys when I was doing my earlier rounds. And what else? My My party traveled to this area originally in the hopes of finding game to lay up provisions for the colder months. Would you travel to the watering hole and hunt the deer who water here? Place any meat that you procure into the cart that they left near the road. When I am strong enough, I will take the cart back to Hlanuk. Alright, so watering hole and hunt the deer that are there. Oh, I completely forgot about that quest. Oh, and of course, it's the watering hole that he's speaking of. Is where I picked up those flowers at the end. All right, the pond lies to the south of the ruins above. Please take care, for the ruins are said to be a cursed place. All right, fine. And finally, yeah, and if you kill more sentries, it would be nice. Yeah, all right, that's a repeatable. Now then, let's take care of which quest first. How about Haloon Brenine first? Because I don't have to do the quest for the Silence the Sentries repeatable on camera. I usually don't do the repeatables on camera, just the main quests. Probably take out a couple of dry glute along the way because I'm only at 83 right now. Sort of slowly bumping up my quota on them. Now, I have a port to Hardirnian, which is near the lake, so what I'll most likely do is take that. That'll take me near the Silence the Sentry quests. And because I did notice that when I was going through there, it was pretty close to Harndirian when I did that. So I could go to there, go to Silence the Sentries, then take care of the venison. Yeah. But first, taking care of this quest, though, as you can see, I'm taking my sweet time to get to the village so I could cut a swath of dunlendings along the way so that I can eventually complete this deed. Right? Right. Thank you. Now, my question is, why is there a hobbit corpse in the middle of this village? I mean, how many hobbits come in here and try to attack the people? Oh, yes, I'm one of them, right? Yes, I can't see too many of them coming from the Gloom Glens in order to do that. Right, and here is the Brenine and his guards. Now, did they spawn when I attacked him? Ouch! All right, there's one of his personal guards. And there's the Brenine, and there are two of his personal guards. Oh, and there's a third guard right there. Now, why he is a Heirloom Brenine guard, and he completely ignored the call there. I suppose it might be possible to take the guards out first, and then you wouldn't have to worry about them coming out to join the fight, but oh well, that takes care of that part. So that means it's time for us to go and kill some venison. Ah, here are the deer, the fleet-foot deer. They're going to be a little bit less fleet after I deal with them, I think. And their antlers are ouchie. Rather nasty, I have to say about that. All right. But it does help me with my quest, right? Good. So we'll just take care of several of these, and hopefully one of these deer doesn't take me in their antlers and throw me across the world. If he was planning for an ox or a horse to pull this cart, he's going to be rather disappointed unless he has some place where he is expecting to get one. I have delivered the meat. Thank you for helping me with the task. My people will be grateful for the kindness. There we go. Good. And I also dealt with the Brenin. I believe that while the creatures that hunt the valley to the northeast may still be difficult to deal with, um, Helun Brenin's defeat may make the Dragluth less of a concern. Thank you from the depths of my heart for all of your help, and you will be remembered and spoken well to me among the Ukluth. Very well. And that finishes him, which means that next we need to speak with Contact, which is where you'll find me in the next episode of The Complete Pineleaf.